there are critics and skeptics of Bitcoin, and sometimes they'll throw the energy thing in your face. But again, I think it's a silly notion. Am I concerned about the use of energy in Bitcoin mining? No, actually, I've referred to. I feel like Bitcoin is protected by a wall of encrypted energy, and the fact that there's a lot of energy involved, I think, is a good thing. It creates security to the network. If we had 12 servers with 12 stakes of some random coin on them, and we were trusting those 12 servers to protect $200 billion, I would think that's much riskier. I think I'm not really interested in finding quick, elegant, cheap shortcuts to protecting all the money in the world. I think it's kind of a silly notion to be concerned about the use of energy in Bitcoin mining. As I said before, first of all, it's coming at off the marginal points of the grid. The only places people are doing Bitcoin mining are places where there's power that's in excess, that has where the highest marginal utility of the power is Bitcoin mining. If human beings were willing to pay more, then they would price the Bitcoin miners out of the market. And so every place where we need electricity or we need energy for either factories or human welfare, the price is high enough that Bitcoin miners are driven away from that. Bitcoin miners go to the end of the earth, to the end of the grid, and they're using energy that would have otherwise been wasted. It's either wasted hydroelectric energy or, for example, natural gas wells that are about to be closed in, and they either have to close them in or flare them, and they can set up Bitcoin mining rigs there. So I think they're recycling marginal energy in order to create a digital monetary system that's capable of holding all the money on Earth. And so what's wrong with that idea? You know, I can't figure that out. It seems totally rational to me. And compare, what's the cost of protecting all the money on the Earth if we don't do it this way?
You know, people say what backs the dollar, and according to Paul Krugman again in the New York Times, he says the Pentagon, or men with guns, you know, the Pentagon, I read that just to keep the Pentagon fueled with gas for their tanks, jets, et cetera, is $250 million a day is what they spend at the gas station. You know, it's like an incredible. So that's to fuel the Pentagon to defend the dollar. Because, you know, the U.S. foreign policy is we want you to start using the dollar, and if you don't, we're going to bomb and murder, you know, your people. That's our foreign policy. That's the way it's been for decades. So, and that's all very inefficient. So, and the idea of entrepreneurs coming up with ever more evolved energy technologies is, you know, so exciting, and why that's the way it should be. We should be searching for these things, and that's really, really exciting. Bitcoin is moving the industry towards renewables. You know, the cheapest energy in the world right now is solar and wind, and this is what Bitcoin's tapping into. So it's forcing all these fossil fuels to look at Exxon and BP. Their stocks are crashing because their model is crashing. The fossil fuel industry is crashing. Renewables are really on the upsurge. And the Sun Exchange, yeah, they sponsor the Orange Pill podcast. They've got a brilliant model. They install solar cells, and they convert sunlight into Bitcoin, and goes right into your wallet. And while you're helping to, to supply energy to projects like schools and factories and stuff like that. It's a brilliant project, and it's a great company. But that idea that Bitcoin is boiling the oceans or that it's a waste of energy is diametrically wrong. It's 180 degrees wrong. It's wrong. Bitcoin is actually green. It's a green energy. It's a green industry. If you understand really the dynamics of the global energy grid and how this is moving away from fossil toward renewable. Renewable is the cheapest. Something like 90% of the profitability or higher of miners comes from energy costs. So they are extremely sensitive. As Marshall Long in Texas says, he's in the energy arbitrage business. He's not in the Bitcoin mining business. He's in the energy arbitrage business. He's got to get energy under 3 cents a kilowatt, 2 cents, and under a penny a kilowatt. How does he do that? By bringing efficiencies and putting out the companies that are inefficiently destroying the environment, because they're fat, stupid, old, politically corrupt. They're all going to be disintermediated. So we want agile Bitcoin mining energy users to make the industry efficient, move over to renewables, and actually, in the case of the Sun Exchange, you're monetizing sunlight. I mean, and they're paying like 10, 11% a year on their projects. These DeFi projects that offer 5 or 6%, and you're taking 100% risk. Go to the Sun Exchange. You're getting 9, 10, 11, 12% in some cases, and you're not taking, that risk. You're taking minimal risk. So, why not just turn the sunlight into Bitcoin? I mean, Bitcoin is love. Bitcoin is freedom.